Does help if you push the right button on a pre-recorded quiz. Anyway, welcome along. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you are all well this evening. It is Saturday hang on, because I'm pre-recording this well in advance. Saturday, 7th of October. Yay, there we go. Thank you very much. Hope you're all well this evening. So we'll get started. Let me just find me about a minute to go and we'll get started. If you are new around here, thank you very much for joining us this evening. 50 questions then, as always, spread across 5 different rounds for you tonight. Cannot off the top of my head remember what they are. A voyage of discovery together this evening. No, I've been writing a lot of quizzes in advance, pre-recording this way in advance of the actual Saturday that this is going to go out. Which on that point as well, if something has happened between when I record this and when you get to watch it, obviously I'm not going to acknowledge it because my crystal ball is still in the shop being fixed at the moment. So yeah, please don't find it weird if I don't acknowledge any sort of major events that may have occurred in the last however many days it is since I recorded it. But yeah, it's just I've got a lot of things coming up through October. A couple of quizzes as well. So this is 7th of October. I think we're sold out for the connections quiz now. But yeah, so I've got a couple of in-person quizzes coming up down in London, so I need to get myself organised, and the best way to do that is to get the biggest bulk of my work, which is all of the quizzes for you guys, to get them boxed off early. So yeah, so that's why I've not acknowledged if there is any major events that, and it will seem really weird because obviously if it's quite serious, I'm here chirpy and happy and what have you. Anyway, right, pens at the ready. I'm going to stop talking. This is what happens when I sit in a room on my own. I just end up waffling, usually to myself. But at least I've got you guys to listen to tonight. Anyway, let's get on with it. It is Saturday, the 7th of October. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. 50 questions then, as always, for your delight. And let's get into it. We'll kick off then with entertainment. If I get on the right screen, let's do it. Starting with this, number 1. Oh, yes. Who played Eddard Stark in Game of Thrones? See, I can do this because it's pre-recorded. There will probably be some kind of errors. It's one of my quizzes. It's natural that's going to happen. But I can break the curse on a pre-recorded quiz. And hang on, we tried this a while back though, didn't we? And then the following Thursday night's quiz fell apart. Oh well. It's like that film Final Destination where, like, you know, things then still happen just in a different order. So I've probably cursed Thursday's quiz now, which would be Thursday the 5th, 6th, 7th, 5th, Thursday 12th. We'll see. Anyway. Moving on. Question number 2. Which film had quotes, Sanka, you're dead, and feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme? So which film had quotes, Sanka, you're dead, and feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme? There's somebody at my door, so I'm just going to put question 3 on. And 1 second. So, which singer had hits with "Get the Party Started," "Don't Let Me Get Me," and "Just Like a Pill"? My mother-in-law dropping some stuff off for Sarah for some craft work, so I'll pick it up in a bit. So there you go, Game of Thrones. Put it in, something happens. Number 4, the Funky Bunch were a hip-hop group prefaced by which name? So the Funky Bunch were a hip-hop group prefaced by which name? Number 5, who is the current presenter of the TV show QI? So who is the current presenter of the TV show QI? I am very tempted to restart this recording. However, I also don't want to, because if this was live on a Saturday night and the stuff had happened, then I'd be in the same boat. So yeah, not going to do that. Number 6, which Canadian singer's albums were entitled My World 2.0, Believe and Believe, Changes and Justice? So, which Canadian singer's albums were entitled My World 2.0, Believe, Changes and Justice? Number 7, from which English city did indie pop group The Smiths form? Where are they from? From which English city did indie pop group The Smiths form? If anyone is a big Smiths fan and you're in any way, shape, or form offended by me calling them indie pop, that is what they're described as on their Wikipedia page, just so you know. Please don't shout at me, shout at Wikipedia. And Google as well. When I put the Smiths into Google, yeah. Number 8, the IMF is the name of the agency in Mission Impossible. But what does the I and the M stand for? The IMF is the name of the agency in Mission Impossible. What does the I and the M stand for? Good old Tom Cruise. Number 9, which female artist's songs Walk On By, Alfie, and Don't Make Me Over? Oh my word, Jay, what? Do you want to find some, start again. Which female artist's songs Walk On By, Alfie, and Don't Make Me Over have been inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame? It's not that the punctuation's not there, it's just I can't read today. Which female artist songs Walk On By, Alfie, and Don't Make Me Over have been inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame? I've not got my can thing. Oh. Yes, tonight's quiz is sponsored by my hands. Number 10, whose debut solo album was entitled Life Through a Lens? So, whose debut solo album was entitled Life Through a Lens? Round 2 then, with a bit of geography for you, starting with this for number 1. The Brenner Pass is a mountain pass through the Alps between the border of Italy and which other nation? So the Brenner Pass is a mountain pass through the Alps between the border of Italy and which other nation? Number 2, Broadway is a major avenue in New York City filled with theatres. But how many miles does it actually run for? Is it 0.3 miles? Is it 3 miles? Or is it 33 miles? So Broadway is a major avenue in New York City filled with theatres. But how many miles does it actually run for? Is it 0.3 miles? Is it 3 miles? Or is it 33 miles? That's a good point, actually. Oh. Just realised I don't think... Yeah, no, I'm going to keep my gob shut. Because I don't think by the time you watch this, I will have said what I'm doing next year. Yeah. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Just forget I said anything. Number 3. Which of these countries does the equator not run through? Is it Brazil? Is it Portugal? Is it Ecuador? Or is it Kenya? So which of these countries does the equator not run through? Is it Brazil, Portugal, Ecuador, or Kenya? Number 4, how many avenues connect to the Arc de Triomphe? Is it 6, 12, or 18? So how many avenues connect to the Arc de Triomphe? Is it 6, 12, or 18? I mean, it is truly the best. I mean, I've never driven it, but it looks like the biggest free-for-all in the world. Drive in, close your eyes, hope for best. Number 5, in which country can you find the Mekong Delta? So in which country can you find... Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you. Which country can you find the Mekong Delta? Number 6, the Royal Mile can be found in which Scottish city? So the Royal Mile can be found in which Scottish city? I think I'm about to get another knock on the door as a Royal Mail van just pulled into the close. They not know I'm recording the quiz. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. Number 7, the Jura Mountains can be found on the border of Switzerland and which nation? The Jura Mountains can be found on the border of Switzerland and which nation? It does smell like a sort of... Oh, no. I was about to say something, but then that would have... It's not a clue. It's completely the wrong answer. It smells like a pine forest in here today. I've got some wax... Norwegian pine melt... wax melts I've made. Number 8. What is the name of the official residence of the Prime Minister found in Buckinghamshire? So what is the name of the official residence of the Prime Minister found in Buckinghamshire? I said to Sarah the other day, I said, I need to get someone to come and sit in here when I do pre-recorded, because obviously when I'm live, I've got all of you guys that are actually watching now, but you're on Discord or what have you, on social media, and I've got that to sort of look at and what have you. Whereas I'm sat here on my own, talking to myself. So I need someone to sort of like sit here and stop me from going completely nuts. Number 9, or what modern day country was formerly named Persia? Now I have put formerly named. I think there are some places that it's still referred to as Persia. However, its more common name is something else now. And finally, number 10, what was the currency of Ireland before the euro? So what was the currency of Ireland before the euro? Okay, round 3, and we'll take a bit of a break. Blockbusters coming for you. I've not done these on a Saturday for a bit, so here you go. Blockbusters kicking off with this, number 1. Yeah, Gold Run style today as well. What MS is the more common name for Hyperemesis. 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 What is the more common name for hyperemesis? Didn't even see the second word. Why do I do this to myself? What MS is the more common name for hyperemesis gravidarum? Sounds like a Harry Potter spell. A condition common in pregnant women. What MS is the more common name for hyperemesis gravidarum? Oh, never mind. What it says on the screen. I don't know why I do this to myself. I put in words I know I can't pronounce. Number 2, what MZ is the founder of social media site Facebook? So what MZ is the founder of social media site Facebook? Number 3, what ST was the pilot of Thunderbird 1? What ST was the pilot of Thunderbird 1? I am humming the Thunderbird tune. That's what I'm doing. I've not gone mad. Number 3, what MU is cosmetics designed for the facial areas? What MU is cosmetics designed for the facial areas? Aha! Sorry, I've just found my passport. It was just up there on the shelf. I need to renew my driving license this week. Number 5, what BM is found at the side of a groom on their wedding day? So what BM is found at the side of a groom on their wedding day? Number 6, what CD is the US presidential retreat called? So what CD is the US presidential retreat called? Number 7, what ST is commonly purchased by sports fans to ensure they can watch every home game? So what ST is commonly purchased by sports fans to ensure they can watch every home game? Number 8, what HE is power generated by water? So what HE is power generated by water? God, the power. Number 9, what MH moves fully round a clock every 60 minutes? What MH moves fully round a clock every 60 minutes? And finally, number 10, what JS is a way of using 2 cars to restart a battery? So what JS is a way of using 2 cars to restart a battery? Okay, head on over to our Twitter page now at the Virtual Pub Q1, and the links if you need a recap on those 3 rounds are over there now. So head on over there. But don't go yet. Don't go yet. Don't shut this down yet. For your first break this evening, sorry, I just need to put this up because I need to read a little bit on this so that it will make sense. So, put these, I've got 9 albums for you. I came across a very interesting website over the last couple of weeks, and it's called chartmasters.org. Don't go there yet, because then if you go there now, you'll get the answer, and that's just cheating. But it kind of blew my mind a little bit in terms of single sales, album sales, and it's a wealth of data for me to put some quiz questions together over the next few months. So, according to the website Chartmasters, put these albums in order from most to least in terms of worldwide sales. Now, just to note, this list reflects studio albums only. Compilations, lives, and box sets are not included. So that is why there is no album from Queen. There we go. So yeah, 9 of these coming up. Let me just do turn me on. No, that's little me. No, I need to, right. Video. No, hang on. I'm confused here. That one on. That one off. That one on. There we go. Right, now we're sorted. I'll be back in 7 minutes. Right, I'll put these in the right order in just a moment's time. Special hello to Naomi and her husband. Just going through my emails in the break. Lovely email from Naomi. So hello to you and husband. Thank you very much for being with us this evening and playing along. So I'm working during the breaks. That's what I do. A couple of weeks ago I was cooking a beef casserole. Today I'm just today I'm going through my emails. Right, let's put these in order then. 3, 2, 1, slowly. Oh yes. Okay, so we'll work our way up from ninth place up to first then. I've got these finally sorted so they actually appear in the right order. So in ninth place then, please. There we go. We've got Bad by Michael Jackson. In fact, let me bring up the actual totals as well. Top albums, pure sales. Yeah, so Michael Jackson, Bad there, 33,600,000 for you there. In 8th place, Saturday Night Fever by the Bee Gees, that's got 34,800,000. 7th then is Rumours and Fleetwood Mac, that has 35.5 million. 6 is Back in Black by AC/DC with 35,810,000. Number 5, Led Zeppelin 4 by Led Zeppelin. I couldn't remember my Roman numerals then. 36,800,000. In 4th is Grease, the Various Artists soundtrack. 38,100,000. In 3rd is The Bodyguard, Whitney Houston, with 41.1 million. In 2nd, Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd has 43.3 million. And as for the data that the guys at chartmasters.org have pulled together, number 1 is Thriller, Michael Jackson, released in the brilliant year of 1982, 65.8 million. So there you go. Yeah, so if you want to check that out, the link there at the bottom, chartmasters.org. If you go into the top, I think it's sales tops, top albums, and then pure sales, and you'll get that list. So something else for your second break. We'll get to that in a little while. What time am I up to? Ooh, okay. That's the one I want to be on, and I do that, and then yeah, I'm still in the right place. Okay, right, answer sheets then. Let's see how you did with the first 30 this evening. Kicking off as we always do with entertainment, and here we go. Number 1, who played Eddard Stark in Game of Thrones? It was Sean Bean. Number 2, which film had quotes "Sanka, you're dead" and "Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme"? Cool Runnings. Great film that. Number 3, which singer had hits with "Get the Party Started," "Don't Let Me Get Me," and "Just Like a Pill"? It's Pink. Number 4, The Funky Bunch were a hip-hop group prefaced by which name? It's Marky Mark. Marky Mark and Funky Bunch. Number 5, who is the current presenter of QI? It's Sandy Togsvig. Number 6, which Canadian singer's albums were entitled My World 2.0, Believe, and Changes and Justice? It's Justin Bieber. Number 7, from which English city did indie pop group The Smiths form? It's Manchester. Number 8, the IMF is the name of the agency in Mission Impossible. But what does the I and the M stand for? It's the Impossible Missions Force. So Impossible Missions gets you the point. I mean, it was in the question. Number 9, which female artist songs Walk On By, Alfie, and Don't Make Me Over have been inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame? It's Dionne Warwick. And number 10, whose debut solo album was entitled Life Through a Lens? It's Robbie Williams. Round 2, geography. Number 1, the Brenner Pass is a mountain pass through the Alps between the border of Italy and which other nation? It's Austria. The hills are alive. Number 2, Broadway is a major avenue in New York City filled with theatres, but how many miles does it actually run for? It's 33 miles. Did not know this. And I think most people may well have assumed as well, the Broadway just was that theatre district, etc. But no, it runs for 33 miles out of Manhattan up into, I think it's Westchester off the top of my head. But I don't know. But it does run for 33 miles. Number 3, which of these countries does the equator not run through? It's Portugal. Oh, that's irritating. Oh, I've got one of these headache sticks which has got menthol, and I've just brushed menthol into the corner of my eye. So if I start crying, it's not because I'm getting emotional, it's because I've got menthol in my eye. Number 4, how many avenues connect to the Arc de Triomphe? It is 12. Number 5, in which country can you find the Mekong Delta? It's Vietnam. I originally had this, I thought the Mekong River Delta, I thought it was called the Mekong River Delta, but then it turns out that goes for quite a while into different countries. So the Mekong Delta is like the open bit. Number 6, the Royal Mile can be found in which Scottish city? It is Edinburgh. Number 7, the Jura Mountains can be found on the border of Switzerland and which nation? It is France. Number 8, what is the name of the official residence of the Prime Minister found in Buckinghamshire? It's called Chequers. And yes, I do know where Buckinghamshire is now. Number 9, which modern-day country was formerly named Persia? It's Iran. And number 10, what was the currency of Ireland before the euro? It's the Irish pound. And on to Blockbuster number 1. What MS is the more common name for that condition that's common in pregnant women? It's morning sickness. Number 2. What MZ is the founder of social media site Facebook? It's Mark Zuckerberg. Number 3. What ST was the pilot of Thunderbird 1? It's Scott Tracy. It doesn't want to work. There we go. Number 4, what MU is cosmetics designed for the facial areas? It's makeup. Oh, no. Number 5, Number 5, what BM is found at the side of a groom on their wedding day? It is best man. Number 6, what CD is the US presidential retreat called? It is Camp David. Number 7, what ST is commonly purchased by sports fans to ensure they can watch every home game? It's a season ticket. Number 8, what HE is power generated by water? It's hydroelectric. Number 9, what MH moves fully round a clock every 60 minutes? It's the minute hand. And number 10, what JS is a way of using 2 cars to restart a battery? It is jumpstart. There we go. Right, that is your first 30 answers this evening. How is thou doing out there in quizzing land? Last Saturday's quiz, I was watching. In fact, I was up here. You can't see it on camera, obviously, because you can only see this bit. But to my left, which I know I'm pointing that way, which looks to the right, but it's mirrored. But to my left, I've got a little sort of crafting area where I've got my 3D printer I've had for years and stuff. So I was sat here last Saturday night. Because we'd had stuff going on during the day. So last Saturday night, I was making some wax melts and bits and pieces whilst watching. I wasn't watching the quiz, but I had Discord open and I could see what was going on, and I had bits of social media as well. So, yeah, apologies about the pound. I didn't even see it. Obviously, you can tell by the pre-record. I didn't even clock the fact that I hadn't actually asked which coin it was. But I think most of you kind of knew where I was going. I think you kind of got the wording in the question, but yeah. I wouldn't mind, but there's a pound coin sat in front of me as well. My trolley token. Yeah, apologies for that. It wouldn't be a quiz of mine if there wasn't something stupid in it. Generally, there's something stupid is me, but also there's questions as well. Anyway, right, I think that's enough time for you to have totted your scores up. Let's do it. Right, round 4 then, connections. As always, 9 questions. Question number 10, what links them all together? Question 1. What D is to urge, push, or force onward? So what D is to urge, push, or force onward? Number 2, a secondary person who helps in particular. Start again. A secondary person who helps in particular work is called an what? Ow. A secondary person who helps in particular work is called an what? Remember, as always, with connections, if you're not sure, come back to it and you'll be fine. Number 3, Helvetica, Times New Roman, and Arial are all names of what? Helvetica, Times New Roman, and Arial are all names of what? Number 4, what is the name given to a large What is the name given to large rectangular pieces of fabric used to cover a mattress? So what is the name given to large rectangular pieces of fabric used to cover mattresses? Or cover a mattress? Number 5, what L is a tool used to bring light to a fixed focal point? Oh, right, okay, yeah. What L is a tool used to bring light to a fixed focal point? I confused myself then. But it's a question I've written for Thursday's quiz. That is similar but not similar. Which you'll have already seen anyway by the time you watch this. So, no, hello. Get on the right one. There we go. Number 6, what goes before days and school to make the name of long-running children TV shows? So what goes before days and school to make the name of long-running children's TV shows? Number 7, what name is given to the place a bird chooses for laying eggs and sheltering its young? Oh. What name is given to the place a bird chooses for laying eggs and sheltering its young? Number 8, pieces of paper with directions and locations on are called what? Right, I'm going to go with this. I meant to reword this and change this slightly, but I'm not going to. If you've worked out the connection, you should understand where I'm going with this, but I kind of reread this and thought I need to change it. Anyway, pieces of paper with directions and locations on are called what? It's that directions that's, yeah. I'm second guessing myself. If it was live, I would have gauged the room, so no, I'm going to stick with it because I'd have to type out the question. Number 9, what is the name of the hard, shiny metal that is an alloy of chromium and other metals? What is the name of the hard, shiny metal that is an alloy of chromium and other metals? Oh. And as always, number 10, what links all of those answers together? Yes, that was my stomach. It is getting, yeah, sorry. I suddenly saw my microphone peak as my stomach's going. Right, let's wrap up tonight's quiz then with general knowledge. Number 1, how many points is a conversion worth in rugby union? Number 2, a squab describes which bird less than 4 weeks old? So a squab describes which bird less than 4 weeks old? Excuse me. Number 3, which piece in chess has 16 on the board at the start? So which piece in chess has 16 on the board at the start? Number 4, which fruit is the main ingredient of Melba sauce? So which fruit is the main ingredient of Melba sauce? There's a lot of banging and crashing outside. That's what it's been going on for the last 20 minutes. Number 5, in Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire Cat faded away, leaving only a what? In Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire Cat faded away, leaving only a what? Number 6, in which sport would you find the Cleveland Guardians, the Minnesota Twins, and the Detroit Tigers? So in which sport would you find the Cleveland Guardians, Minnesota Twins, and the Detroit Tigers? Number 7, the phrase curriculum vitae translates as course of what? So the phrase curriculum vitae translates as course of what? Number 8, in 10-pin bowling, a strike... start again, Jay. Come on, get a grip. In 10-pin bowling, a strike over 2 goes is called a what? So in 10-pin bowling, a strike over 2 goes is called a what? I sent a message to a friend of mine in the first break, jokingly saying, send help, I'm losing the plot. And he went, is it Monday? Like, thanks. Thanks. For you, it's Saturday. For me, it's Monday. Number 9, which star sign sits between Aries and Gemini? So which star sign sits between Aries and a Gemini? And your final question this evening, number 10. How many clubs currently compete in the Women's Football Premier League? So how many clubs currently compete in the Women's Football Premier League? Okay, there you have it. So that is all of your questions for this evening. Head on over again to our Twitter page where you can get the links for those final 2 rounds if you need a recap. But for your final break, returning this evening, inspired by only TV show Only Connect, I've got a 16 grid wall coming up for you. I've not done this for a while. So 16 words coming up on screen. All you need to do is find the 4 sets of connecting words and why they connect. That's a good point. If you've never played Only Connect before, which, to be honest, I've never actually watched the TV show. So many people talk about it. That's what inspires me by it. So yeah, there's 16 words coming on the screen, and they will fit into 4 sets of connecting words. So that's what you need to do. Hang on, I've not done this right. That on, that off, that on. Push that one there. Okay, I'll see you in 7 minutes. That's, hang on. Let's put little me back on. That one on. There we go. Right, yeah, we'll flip these round in just a moment's time. A little bit trickier, I hope, than usual. Although I know there's probably some who are sat there going, "Nah, it's too easy. Come on." But then there are others who are going to struggle. That's the nature of a quiz. Yes, indeed, it is. Right, okay, here we go then. In 3, 2, 1. Move them across. Okay, so your first set of 4: Roman, corner, whirlpool, and bed. Bath, as in Roman, bath, corner bath, whirlpool bath, bed bath. I'll get me coat. Your next lot: Hot Point, Beko, Zanussi, and Bosch. They are all household appliances, commonly known as white goods in some respects. Your next lot: Wave, Current, Flow, and Tide. They are water movements. And then the bottom line, I was giggling when I wrote this, and I don't know why. But high five, handshake, fist bump, and nod. They are silent greetings. I don't know why I giggled when I wrote that, but there you go. Okay, there you have it. That is all of that for your breaks for this evening. Little me off, little me on. There we go. Sorting that out there. Okay, yes. So how did you get on with that? The return of a connecting wall. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know some like it, some don't. That's why I stopped it for a bit, because it was every quiz. So stopped it for a bit, but I thought I'd bring it back for tonight, while I'm still waiting for some more dingbats. And some more of my drawings. I think I found some subjects to draw now, so I'll get those done. Probably while I'm in London over the next couple of weeks. I just need to remember to take a whiteboard and stuff. Or a paper. That would make more sense. Let's give you some answers. Let's do the final 20 questions then before I completely go insane. Right, here we go then. Connections was round of 4. Number 1. What D is to urge, push, or force onward? It is to drive. Number 2. A secondary person who helps in particular work is called an assistant. Number 3, Helvetica, Times New Roman, and Arial are all names of what? It is font. Number 4, what is the name given to large rectangular pieces of fabric used to cover a mattress? It is sheets. 1 sheet. 2 sheets. Not those kind of sheets, but you know what I mean. Number 5, what L is a tool used to bring light to a fixed focal point? It is lens. Number 6, what goes before days and school to make the name of long-running children TV shows? It is play, as in play days and play school. Number 7, what name is given to the place a bird chooses for laying eggs and sheltering its young? It is nest. Number 8, pieces of paper with directions and locations on are called maps. The locations bit, yeah, but the directions I think I may have. But I was going to change. I was just thinking in the break, what was I going to change it to? But it would have been way too easy as well. What is the name of a piece of paper that pirates use that has an X marks the spot kind of thing? And yeah, you know what I mean. Number 9, what is the name of the hard shiny metal that is an alloy of chromium and other metals? It is chrome. So what links them all together? They're all Google. So you've got Google Lens, which is where you take a photo and stick it in Google, and it gives you the sort of representative images. Google Chrome that you've just had there, etc., etc. Google Assistant, and all of those. So they're all different Google things. Round 5 then, general knowledge. Number 1, how many points is a conversion worth in rugby union? It is 2. Number 2, a squab describes which bird less than 4 weeks old? It's a pigeon. Number 3, which piece in chess has 16 on the board at the start? It is a pawn. Number 4, which fruit is the main ingredient of Melba sauce? It's raspberry. Number 5, in Alice in Wonderland, the Cheshire Cat faded away, leaving only a grin. Number 6, in which sport would you find the Cleveland Guardians, the Minnesota Twins, and the Detroit Tigers? It is baseball. Number 7, the phrase curriculum vitae translate as course of life. Number 8, in 10-pin bowling, a strike over 2 goes is called a spare. Number 9, which star sign sits between Aries and Gemini? It is Taurus, in honor of the fact that it was Justin Timberlake Day last week. Well, by the time you watch this, it's Justin Timberlake Day. That's a good point. Hang on, let me give you the answer to this, and I'll clarify what Justin Timberlake Day is in case you're not sure. And finally, number 10, how many clubs currently compete in the Women's Football Premier League? There are 12 clubs currently competing in the Women's Football Premier League. Right, tot your scores up, Len. Let me know how you got on out of those 50. I've got a tiebreaker coming for you in just a second. Yeah, Justin Timberlake Day. So a couple of years ago, I asked a question, and the answer should have been Taurus, but instead of it saying Taurus, it said Justin Timberlake. So then it became a long-running joke that Justin Timberlake is now a star sign, and etc., etc. So it was only a couple of weeks ago. It was only a few days ago by the time you watched this. So yeah. That's why it's known as Justin Timberlake Day. Anyway, right. So your tiebreaker question. Now, I think there might be a lot of people who know this. So if you do end up on the same score, remember rock, paper, scissors. But how old was King Henry III when he ascended the throne in 1216? So how old was King Henry III when he ascended the throne in 1216? Yeah, so if you end up on the same score, as always, rock, paper, scissors. I might change it up in a couple of weeks, because a few people have said this has been quite fun, but can we have something different? I'm like, you can do what you want. I'm not going to, a few people are like, can you come up with another idea? So I have got another idea, but I'll save it for a couple of weeks. Right, remember, nearest to it then gets the point in 3, 2, 1. He was 9 years old when he ascended the throne in 1216. And there you have it, as the sun is brightly started to shine through my office window. Thank you very much for joining us. So how did you get on tonight? 50 points available for the main part of the quiz, plus your breaks, etc. Share it across social media, as you always do, you lovely, wonderful people, because I will go back through and have a look and see how tonight's quiz went down. Thankfully, no pound coin errors this evening. Yeah, thank you very much for being with us. Back with you with another live quiz on Thursday after my travails. Yes, so you're watching, so this is 7th of October. It's a good job I've got all this written down, because we're all over the place. So this is 7th of October's quiz. So the next quiz I do is in person for the charity that I'm the ambassador for, Connection at St. Martin. So I'm doing that on Wednesday. So yeah, back live with you on Thursday. It is live. I was just trying to think, am I stopping over? But no, it is live. So yeah, live next Thursday night, pre-recorded the following Saturday, as we have been for a bit. But yeah, that is it from me. Share your scores. Let me know how you've all done, and I will see you all soon. As always for me, take care. Stay safe.